Right, so let's have a look first of all at how Univar Chemicals is set up at the moment. This is pretty much how the industry looked when I shot my operations video a week or so ago now. And you can see we just have a basic main building there, made from a Great West Models, a very modular kit. A little office extension at that end, a couple of pipes just to sort of indicate the loading and unloading of the chemicals, and over here some kind of ancillary building. Now there are basically two facilities in Colorado, in the kind of greater Denver area, that I'm taking as my inspiration for this build. The first is the BASF chemical plant out in Brighton, Colorado, and that you can clearly see inspires the main layout of the buildings, with a big main hall and 2 or 3 smaller buildings. You can see that the real model has the 2 tracks. One spur, I'm assuming at least, is kind of for arrivals and emptying of loaded cars. The other one might then be for loading the cars up with other chemicals, or certainly then for departures. And then if I switch images, this facility is the Univar plant in Denver itself. Very different, brick built, but I like the arrangement here of how the spurs come off the main, such as it is. I like the tracks all buried in the dirt. Actually, that's something I want to try and replicate. But lots of detail as well, with bollards, parked vans, and most importantly perhaps the anti-fall safety racks which are above the tank cars there. So really, between these two prototype industries, I want to kind of take those and combine them with my Univar plant. Alright, so I've recently acquired 2 kits which I'm going to be using as the basis for finishing off the Univar facility. Both of them recently acquired on eBay. This first one, Walther's Cornerstone tank pipes, loading and unloading racks, and this is from a series which I don't think Walther's actually produce anymore. Lots of interesting buildings in the series. Their North American ethanol series of kits, but this one I probably won't use the main tank for this particular project, but it has all kinds of, let me just spin this kit around a wee bit, there we are, all kinds of interesting sort of pipe work and loading structures. There we are, look, sort of pipes that can go over the tracks, one of these racks for unloading things out of the, or no, that might be for loading up things into the tank cars, and clearly, as the box says, intended in the first instance for ethanol facilities, but I don't see any reason why I can't use it repurposed for chemicals. Just push that to one side, because the other thing I've acquired is a more recent Walther's truck served fuel distributor. This actually is a kit I got new from Mech Models out at Tamworth, Burton, sorry, not too far away from me actually, and I'm going to modify this little structure, and I'm also going to take probably just a couple of the tanks there and add them to the overall facility. Won't use the guard shed, I don't think. That might get used somewhere else. But again, it's a kit which comes with all kinds of nice walkways and feeder pipes and stuff like that. So between the two, that should give me plenty of spare parts to be able to finish off Univar chemicals. So once I'd cracked open the boxes, I worked out which elements of the main kits I actually wanted to build, where I would kind of cannibalize certain parts to maybe slightly alter things around a little bit, and just set to building all the different parts in kind of sub-assemblies. I'll just leave you watching a little bit of the process here. Now, after I'd built those various loading facilities and some of the ancillary buildings and tanks and things, I turned my attention back to the main building. This has involved so far just adding some more detailing parts and starting to put some vents and things on the roof. I've also made the decision to fit some lighting. I've had to wait for a while for a pack of LED lights to arrive from China, bought them off eBay of course, and fitted those and just tested them and things. But for now at least, the work that I've completed today, it's the May bank holiday here in Great Britain, I decided just to put it all back here now on the layout, and we'll carry on in the near future to sort of finish off some of the details. I mean, it looks a lot better now than it did before, but there's still quite a lot of things to do. Finish off all the painting. Not everything's even been base coated yet. Got to add extra details in various places, some more signage, touch up elements of the paintwork and things. Wire up the lighting so that it's permanently attached to the power source. I'm using the Woodland Scenics system again, which I'll probably show you a bit more about that in a future video actually, because I do find it very useful and very flexible. And then the big thing is to sort out the groundwork. And then once all of that's done, painting finished, some weathering, additional pipe work, groundwork in place, then I'll put some fencing around the whole facility, and I might even play around with the idea of an operating gate. But for now, we've got a facility which is looking pretty smart. Stay tuned for part 2, when I'll show you how things look when it's all finished. As always, folks, thank you very much for your kind comments, your likes. Please do continue to like and subscribe if you haven't yet done so, to stay up to date with progress here on the Aspen Grove extension of my Fairview model railway. Thanks very much, take care of yourselves, enjoy your model making, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.